right now, Australia's east coast has a shortage of gas, and that's compromising business. The Victorian Chamber of Commerce and Industry is worried that a lack of gas is making industry uncompetitive. Daniel Guerra is the Chief Executive of the VCCI and joins me now from Melbourne. Daniel, many thanks for your time. Just explain it. So just take me through this and take me to the whole thing, Paul, in regards to where you think Australia's gas industry goes. Is this just a Victorian issue, or does this go to other states as well?
Yeah, good afternoon, Ross. For now, it's a Victorian issue. We know through AEMO that they're flagging we're running out of gas within the next 3 to 4 years. The interesting part about that is Victoria also supplies New South Wales with gas as well. So if Victoria runs out, as is predicted, so does New South Wales. So we now need to move to a situation where we shore up existing supplies of gas in the same way we've shored up existing supplies of electricity with the deals that have been done with the coal power generators to make sure that they're operational. We need to do that with gas. Once we've got that, we can start thinking about moving to renewables. But
as you just heard Daniel Westerman say, Australia, Victoria needs more gas, not less gas. And so the reality is it's not only just building these gas peakers, but it's actually finding the supplies of gas that can do it. Until recently, your state, of course, has had a ban on even onshore exploration.
Yeah, and look, the industry is telling us there's enough confidence to find new offshore gas reserves, and therefore it's worthy of exploration. You know, Beach Energy have done that. Hopefully they'll find gas there, but ultimately we've got three choices, Ross. Go and find more offshore gas, pipe more gas down from Queensland, because they do have an abundance of it, or invest in LNG terminals. It's not too late to do any of those, but if we wait too long, within the next 3 to 4 years, we will run out of gas. And Victorians will remember when Longford ran out of gas for those couple of weeks. Not only did it cost business about $2.5 billion, but a lot of people were having cold showers and couldn't use cooktops. We can't afford that to happen in this state in 2024.
But is your grave fear that even now many businesses are looking at Victoria, as they will other states, and say if we can't get the guaranteed supply of electricity and of gas, then we are not really going to set up business there. We will send our investment overseas or interstate.
Yeah, it comes down to reliability of supply and affordability of the energy. And those two factors are important when business is looking whether to set up or whether to stay. And if there's uncertainty around either gas or electricity, business will look at alternates. We've already seen Qantas not only move from Victoria, but they left the country. We don't want to see that. So to underpin business, we need certainty of supply and certainty of price to make sure that business stays. We actually can't transition to a renewable environment without gas either. So let's get the skates on. Let's start working with the state government to make sure that that supply can be underpinned with the right technology and with industry support.
But the funny thing here is, of course, everybody's talking about nuclear, and that gives you a guaranteed supply. But the reality is that trying to get that through a parliament that can't even agree to new gas wells is going to be even more difficult as well.
Yeah, it is, and that's secondary. What we're saying now is let's shore up existing supplies. We can't go forward without gas, and right now we're staring down the barrel of being out of gas in this state within 4 years. And the idea that we can stop people using gas by disallowing households to use gas is just ridiculous. That's lazy policy. What we have to do is find new reserves, and as I said, bring it down from Queensland, LNG terminals, or discover more offshore gas, which is probably the best way to go, or a combination of all three. Shore that up, shore the electricity supplies up. That then gives us the runway to go and do the transition to renewables. It's not just us that's struggling with it, Ross. I'm not long back from Europe. I spent the last 2 weeks over there, and they do have nuclear, as you've said, and they're struggling with the transition as well. So everyone around the world is struggling. We have to do better to make sure that business stays and to attract more business as well.
Bottom line here, right now, is Victoria uncompetitive?
Victoria's at risk because the gas supply is at risk. Electricity is going to be okay because of the deals the state government has done with the operators of the coal-fire stations. What we need now is really strong clarity around what we're going to do with gas. It has to be our energy future has to be based on energy pragmatism, and that's reliability, affordability, and ultimately clean. Right now, we need gas to enable that transition.